What can you say about the Georgia-Auburn series that hasn't already been said?
I've been ready for this game since about Wednesday, and it's finally underway. There goes Herschel! There goes Herschel! Touchdown, Auburn! That was easy pickings. Oh, my gosh! Oh, my goodness!
And the Home Depot SEC on CBS brings us to the 121st meeting of the Deep South's oldest rivalry. From Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, the 10th-ranked Tigers against the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. Welcome, everybody. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Allie LaForce. Now, the college football standings came out again on Tuesday. Georgia stayed in the #1 spot, Alabama #2, but Auburn has moved to #10. And with that, Gary, it makes this one that much more important.
As the great philosopher Aaron Rodgers said, relax. A lot of football to be playing.
Hard to relax in this atmosphere. 87,000 plus. Auburn won the toss and deferred. Daniel Carlson will kick it away to Mecole Hardman and Elijah Holyfield. From the plains, we're underway. Hardman at the goal line. Mecole got a little crease, tripped himself up, but he got out to the 30-yard line. And that's where Georgia will go to work first as we take a look at our Chick-fil-A starting lineups. And it all starts with Jake Fromm, the freshman quarterback. Accounted for 18 touchdowns so far, 3 on the ground, 15 through the air. And the guys that'll be up front, going to be interesting. Got a couple of guys on that side, right guard and right tackle that are freshmen. And we know how good Auburn's front seven is. It'll be interesting. Nick Chubb and DeAndre Swift both in the Georgia backfield, and now Swift out to the slot on the first snap of the game. And it's Nick Chubb for a yard, and that's it. And a fired-up Auburn defense. Trey Williams made the first stop. There's how they look. Jeff Holland, 8 sacks, leads the way when Jake Fromm drops to pass, which he will here, and got it complete to Charlie Warner, the tight end, but only about another yard.
One of the main coaching points from both sides on this football field today is you have to tackle. The running backs break tackles. The wide receivers get yards after catch. Whichever team has the better tackling team, they believe they can control this game.
Georgia's a 51% team, first in the SEC on third down conversions. Fromm pressured, throws deep this sideline, and it's caught by Hardman. Nope, it's Wims, but it's a first down.
One-on-one. And I'll tell you, when you've got Wims, the ways he's going up and catching these balls lately, if you're Jake Fromm, I don't care if you're still in high school, just throw the ball up there. What a throw and a better catch.
25th catch for Javon Wims this year. First down, Georgia at the 39 of Auburn. Play action. Fromm, plenty of time. Complete on the fly. Terry Godwin has got it inside the 15.
Every time Georgia puts their receivers tight, there's the threat of the crossing route. But Brad, you called it. Look at the time. The time to throw the ball, allowing that crossing route, that's about a 4-second route. And if Auburn can't get pressure on an early throwing down like that, Georgia will come back to it.
Georgia's in the red zone already here in the opening 2 minutes after 27 and 25-yard completions from Fromm. Sonny Michel, left side. Michel tripped up, but he's inside the 10. Deshaun Davis made the tackle. You look behind Sonny and Fromm at the 6-yard line, second down and 2. Michel straight up the middle, bounces off, and it's first and goal. Georgia near the 1.
You know, the strategy of man versus zone, all that stuff. But if we don't win up front, Georgia is going to give it to us. They
Jumbo set. Fromm goes out, and it's Nick Chubb, direct snap, and touchdown, Georgia.
What a great series of calls by Jim Chaney, the offensive coordinator for Georgia. Georgia is a slow-tempo team. They probably have run less plays than almost any, and Chaney comes up in a hurry-up, gives Auburn a bout of everything in this drive, and produces a touchdown on the first drive. At the end, don't you think?
The quarterback?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
And so far, one quarterback started out pretty well.
Let's see how Jarrett Stidham does. Just going to flip this on a little jet sweep, and it's not going anywhere. Going to lose a yard. Eli Stove. From that point on, Auburn's played very well. On second down, he's going to roll to throw, fires a rocket, complete. First down, Auburn. Craig Myers on the receiving end. For 30 yards, a catch. At the 41, and it's a wildcat. But Kerryon Johnson patiently waits and now cuts to the right side and gets the sideline into Georgia territory with a stiff arm and a first down at the 41. Lane will take his spot at wide receiver. Second down and 7. Nice play fake by Stidham. Loads and now has to reload and throws it away. Got some late pressure from Ledbetter. He's in the tent right now. Hastings in the lineup too as part of a 4 wide-out group here on third down and 7. Auburn, like Georgia, a very good team on third down. Stidham getting late pressure from Carter and company, and he's going to go down. Officially, it's going to be Roquan Smith that got him at the end.
Yeah. And about 4 or 5 of them looked exactly like that. Wow, 54-yarder here.
His career long is 56. He's hit a 54 this year as well. He is a weapon. Got it. Daniel Carlson, the all-time leading scorer in the SEC, drills another one.
And I got to say, that would have been good from 57, which is an important number around here. Same direction a few years back. Alabama tried one of those, and it didn't work.
Went the other way. Tigers on the board with a long field goal, 7-3. Jake Fromm trying to be heard over the crowd. Michelle, nothing doing. Andrew Williams, second time this series. The tackle has made a stop. Nick Chubb passed Bo Jackson on that last carry. Is that some serious company or what?
Yeah. You get mentioned with Bo Jackson, you've had a good career.
Over 4,300 yards. He's not in there right now, but his best buddy and roommate, Sony Michel, is. Third down and 8. Godwin in motion. Fromm getting some pressure. Down he goes. And it's Jeff Holland, 9th sack of the year.
And he got the matchup that Auburn wants. He's on the true freshman, Andrew Thomas, number 71. The best pass rusher in the SEC is matched up against a true freshman. And he takes a rip right through him for an easy sack. Auburn will be shocked. I know they got the back shoulder throw for the first down before, but Auburn will be shocked if they don't win third and long in this game.
First down, Auburn at the 39. And here's an end around, and now Davis wants to throw. Got a man open on the sideline, but just too far in front of Jarrett Stidham.
Well, Ryan Davis was a high school quarterback, and he's already completed a touchdown pass this year, a 62-yarder, but he had to get rid of this one before he wanted to. Pressure coming from Smith, he could feel it, and even though the receiver was wide open, the quarterback could not make the toe tap and catch. I could have had that one.
Yeah, I bet. 4 fumbles this year, almost had number 5. Tight end Brown now shifts to the left side, powers over that way. The run's going straight up the middle for the first down for Kerryon Johnson. Roquan Smith hit him, but didn't hit him early enough.
He is healthy. He can play the whole game today.
First down at the 32. Play action. Stidham getting some heat again. Got away, showing good legs, and almost got a first down. Reggie Carter made the stop along with Dominic Sanders.
You know, I really love it. It's what actually Brad told you in the open about this Auburn offense. Because they don't really have the designated running quarterback, they need to continue to keep it wide open, and they have.
Oh, what a cut by Johnson. Are you kidding? First down. Davin Bellamy thought he had him in his sights, and it was whoops.
You know, Davin Bellamy decided to come back to college football because he thought he needed one more year. That's what it would have been like in the NFL right there.
Wow. First down at the 14. The flip out.
A
Tough catch by Stove.
Nice tackle.
And they're going to drop him for a yard loss.
Again, you get into this football game, both defenses. Mel Tucker said the same thing. We've got to tackle in space. J.R. Reed, a tackling machine,
he is.
to tell you the truth. One of the real come-through guys, as Mel Tucker has talked about his secondary is, and then the sugar huddle that Auburn puts out right here. They'll get the receivers out, they'll turn around and quick snap it.
And there they go, right at the 15-yard line, 2nd and 11. That one batted in the air. Incomplete, knockdown by Walker.
I think it was Tyler Clark, number 52, or was it Walker to the outside that got it? Yes, it was.
Clark wanted the interception.
Yes, I could have had it. That active front, you know, those two wide guys, Carter and Bellamy, and then inside, don't sleep on those inside guys. They are big and strong and experienced.
Georgia 4-man rush, Stidham still getting some pressure. Throws as he's going left. Oh, what a nice play at the very end by Roquan Smith.
I tell you, when you watch tape, you see number 3 going all over the football. It reminds you of Reuben Foster from Alabama. He was a midseason All-American. Middle linebacker was Smith, and you can see why. He's either making tackles, hitting the quarterback, or in this instance, knocking down a pass to save a potential touchdown.
Hastings had a step back there in the corner. What a play by a linebacker. That's why he's a Bucker semifinalist as well. Carlson hit his first one from 54. This is 37 yards to try to make it a one-point game. And it's up, and it's good. So 1:20 remaining in the first quarter. Leading scorer in SEC history and 5th all-time among kickers, 446 points. What a weapon that guy is. He's money.
Yep.
He did have a couple blocked last week.
He did, and it looks like their tempo has improved a little bit on the kicks. I thought their rhythm was a little too slow last week. It looks like they've got that stopwatch out and speeding it up a bit.
Tyler Stovall, his holder, has been the guy for all of those points, believe it or not. Talked to him yesterday. Interesting story. Played baseball, minor league baseball for 5 years before coming back to Auburn and playing football. And Hardman's going to bring it out again. I thought he'd stay in this time, but he's weaving his way on a nice return. Nico Hardman, far sideline across the 40, all the way out to the 48-yard line. That was pretty nifty.
Well, I'll tell you, if Jeremy Dinson didn't get him that time, I don't think anybody would have, because it was just Carlson after that. Nico comes out left, feels that there's an opening to the right, and if Dinson, number 20, doesn't get him here, I don't know who is.
At Toomer's Corner, that'll be a busy place tonight if Auburn upsets Georgia. There's a couple of trees over there that are off limits. The rest of the street, do whatever you want on the TP side of things. We only had to move the ball about 8 yards between quarters, going the other way now. Georgia at the Auburn 46-yard line.
And what do you do if you're Jim Chaney? Remember last time it was a sack. 3rd and medium, though. The quarterback is a threat as a runner in this situation.
Nada, the tight end in motion. Fromm flips it, intended for him, and it's broken up. So 4th down. As we start the second quarter with a nice stop by the Auburn defense.
Carries already, which would be on a pace of 24 with my Purdue math right there.
We're pretty good at that.
Yep.
You weren't an astronaut, but mathematician maybe. Here's a quick throw out to Stove, and Stove's got a crease. Georgia still hasn't gotten him down. All the way out to the 29-yard line.
It's so different watching this team. I wondered how would Gus Malzahn kind of develop this team without his favorite running quarterback like a Cam Newton or Nick Marshall. And look at it, just looks different. They keep you honest in the passing game.
And here comes Kerryon Johnson. There goes Kerryon Johnson. First down, Auburn. Dominic Sanders and J.R. Reed finally got him down. This is where you can go tempo when it's working like this. There's a big shift. They get 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and an empty backfield for Stidham. Throw is right on the money. Wide open. Chandler Cox, the fullback.
Does anybody recognize this Auburn offense from the past? Going no huddle, putting their H-back out as the wide receiver and throwing it on first down, being aggressive.
And inside the Georgia 15, Johnson only got about a yard this time.
Punch, it's been all Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, we haven't seen Cam Martin yet. We expect to give Johnson a breather sometime. 2nd down and 9 at the Georgia 12. Kerryon Johnson again. This time Georgia's waiting for him. Nice open field stop out there by Aaron Davis. And it's not easy to bring him down in the open field over there. So the biggest 3rd down of this first half probably right here. Third down at 10. They've got to get inside the 4 for a first down.
Still got plenty of time on the play clock.
Kerryon Johnson flanks Stidham. Davis in motion. Lorenzo Carter trying to get some pressure on Stidham, and he underthrew Darius Slayton, his intended receiver.
One of the trademarks of the Alabama / now Georgia / South Carolina / Florida defenses, they handle these crossing routes. This defensive tree that has been created by Nick Saban and his proteges that have gone around and played this defense handle those inside crossing routes as well as anybody in college football.
Carlson's hit from 54 and 37. This one should be easy for him from 30 to try to give Auburn the lead. And it is easy for him. Auburn takes the lead for the first time in the first half. 3 Carlson field goals. And the Tigers at home now lead the #1 team in the country, 9-7.
Your running game, it can explode at any time.
Right now it's Nick Chubb in the backfield on 2nd down and 3. And it'll be Nick Chubb with the handle, trying to spin his way, but they're not going to get him there. Carlton Davis stood him up, and Trey Williams finished him off. It's 3rd down. Sonny Michel with Fromm in the Georgia backfield. And he's not going to get it either. Great stop by the Auburn defense led by Trey Matthews.
Well, Trey Matthews has a lot of memories about this game.
Does he ever?
In both uniforms. But with him healthy, he's a big part of this football game. Almost playing a linebacker position. He guess he's unaccounted for on a short yardage play, which is hard to believe that they just don't hit that up there and just make it happen. But for whatever reason, Trey Matthews, who's playing a linebacker spot, wasn't blocked.
Nislek's kick. Fair catch, called for and taken in some traffic.
Yeah, that's going to be a penalty, though. You still have to give room for the receiver to catch the ball. I think they were too close that time.
Jason Stanley looks like maybe the guilty party. Georgia thinking about a blitz off the corner.
Yeah, they were going to do more than think about it. He's coming.
And there they come. They go right at Stidham, trying to track him down. And it got to him, incomplete. They've got a kick.
Interesting. The quarterback looks back at the bench. You and I could both tell they were coming off the slot. They were blitzing, but he still rolls right into the blitz. And all Stidham could do was try to buy time and see if he could get the ball late to his receiver.
They actually brought 2 guys,
He
both
sure
Reed
did. Yes.
and Davis.
Well, you knew at least one was coming, and it was never called off. You'd think all these guys that looked to the bench, they would change the play, but they did not.
Marshall to punt. Georgia bringing some heat on their punter. Flag down.
You know, I wonder if it was leaping on that play. Trying to block the kick. I wonder if they're going to call it leaping.
Matt Austin, our referee, will make the call here.
Personal foul. 15 of the defense leaping the punch shield. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Just like on field goals, you cannot leap. It's a dangerous play. Watch him go down. The reason that is called, just for that reason, the player, once he goes up, gets his legs taken out, and he goes right down on his head. It's a very dangerous play, and why it was put into college football. By Georgia, they're just a bit too jacked up for this game. But it's not a disaster for Auburn because it happened downfield, so they get, what, 1st and 9 here?
Yep. And a quick swing pass out to Kerryon Johnson in the open field. He's got a first down. 4:25 remaining in the half. Stidham pump fakes one way, wants it all down the middle. Man there, got it, touchdown. Slayton.
Darius Slayton times this catch beautifully.
4:09 remaining in the half. Auburn now up 16-7. Georgia scored on their opening drive and haven't been close since.
Well, you know, the last 2 times that Auburn's played Georgia, they really played with injured quarterbacks in the football game. Jeremy Johnson and Sean White. You know, having a healthy quarterback helps.
Here's a pooch kick.
I don't blame Auburn, do you?
No, not after what Hardman did.
Exactly. And got a fair catch out of it. I'd be featuring that a lot.
Don't get another penalty. If you're Georgia, you just had 2 bad ones on the last series. Kirby Smart's trying to get his guys off the field.
You know, we asked Kirby about his team being used to playing as a favorite, as being number 1 with everything on the line. You know, it's one of the great traits of the Alabama football team. They're used to being number 1. Yeah. It's brand new for this Georgia Bulldog team.
You have to own your burden. That's what Kirby calls it. Right now, they're trailing for the most points all year.
Yeah.
And this is the situation where everybody said, when Jake Fromm's put in this spot, how's he going to react?
Well, we're going to find out. You know, the biggest deficit, as that graphic showed you, Notre Dame led 10-3 in the second quarter and 16-10 in the third quarter. So this is different.
Let's see if Sonny Michel can quiet the crowd. Nope, not on that one. Carlton Davis put a hat on him on the sideline short game. They've got 2nd down and 8. DeAndre Swift in the lineup for Georgia. You always kind of watch where number 7 is. Right now he's in motion. Fromm throws incomplete. Wims, I think, should have had that. Kind of a funny ending to that play.
Well, Wims had to come clear across the field. Auburn was playing zone, so it had to be stuck in there. And yes, he should have had that. The true freshman quarterback put it in a spot where he should have been helped out on that play. That's good enough.
Cam Petway leading the cheers on the sideline for the Auburn defense. 3rd and 8.
And 1 for 5 in this game, 0 for the last 4.
Fromm fires on the sideline. Oh, what a catch by Wims that time. Well, he dropped the last one. He didn't drop that one. 30-yard gain for Georgia, first down.
2 third-down conversions, both looked about the same.
Let's see if they go back to Nick Chubb here. And here's a flea flicker from Georgia. That's going nowhere either.
Well, it should have been a touchdown, I'll tell you that. Hardman, number 4, was open like the first guy out for practice. Watch him streak down the middle of the field. No one covers him. Wide open as the Mississippi State first play of the game. But what will a pass rush do?
Deshaun Davis pass rush got to Jake Fromm before he had a chance to see Hardman. We're down at 15. Fromm fires on the sideline again, incomplete, and Wims is saying, how about a flag? And there won't be one. Carlton Davis was covering.
of bounds.
Yeah, he might have had a complaint there. Out under center. Kerryon Johnson cuts outside. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And return teams that Auburn has, you've got to force them to punt here at the end of the half.
Third down at 7. Kerryon Johnson was the motion man. The throwback's the other way to Slayton. Slayton's going down at the line of scrimmage.
Look how much Gus was nervous about punting the ball. He was even willing to throw it right there.
Going to be forced to punt from near their own goal line.
Yeah, this is still a lot of time in this half.
And that guy's dangerous.
Absolutely.
If they kick it to him.
Will they try to return here or go for the block? Remember, they had a penalty on the last one.
Got 10 guys up there right now.
They're going to go return.
Yes, they are. And the punt's a beauty. Hardman's going to field it, though, at the 44. Hardman across the 40, down the sideline, and he's inside the Auburn 30, down to the 24-yard line. What a big play by Mecole Hardman.
Well, you can see this coming all the way.
Last play of the quarter.
We'll have to say, though, just to be honest, they're calling it straight. Had Kirby taken the timeout earlier, he would have had time for one more play.
Good call. Blankenship from 42 yards out. Kick on the way, and no good. Wide right. Auburn jubilant heading to the locker room. They do not give up more points. It was that close, but no good. Carlton Davis says, not on our field, not on the last play of the second quarter.
And Auburn gets the ball to start the second half.
Alley's with Kirby Smart.
Second half at Clemson or at LSU, but this is not an at. This is a home game.
And here's an end around to Eli Stove for the first play, and it's a big one. 13-yard pickup and a first down.
Georgia front four, do it again. They did it once.
Roquan Smith was thinking about a blitz in the middle, and here he comes. The throw complete. First down.
Well, that's a nice catch. It was not an accurate throw. This could have been a lot easier, but Darius Slayton makes the play, and it's going to be close.
After review, the ruling is an incomplete pass. Therefore, the ball will be returned to the 46.5-yard line, where it will be fourth down. Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 13:31.
So instead of a catch and a first down, it's a punting situation.
High enough. This is what you need.
And Hardman dropped it. Did he get back on top of it?
He did not.
Auburn's got it. So much for bad punt coverage.
Yep. And you know, Hardman had a chance to get it, but he whiffed on it. Totally whiffed on it. When he fumbled the punt once, and then when he tried to get it, watch him just whiff.
Great opportunity for the Tigers. They come with the end around to Stove again. They've used this play a few times today.
Well, Eli Stove is listed as a wide receiver, but you could almost say he's a glorified running back. Came into the game with 20 rush attempts for over 200 yards, and he continues to run the football from that wide receiver spot.
Terry Godwin consoling Mecole Hardman over there on the Georgia sideline.
Oh, great play. Did not clean up the tackle.
And he ends up getting the first down. Kerryon Johnson, second effort, maybe third effort.
American starter for 4 years here for the Tigers. Great football player, Gary. Gary, number 71. Gotcha, Coach.
Tigers can get a first down at the 2. And it's Stidham on the keeper. Heading to the corner. Got there. Touchdown, Auburn. Third rushing touchdown of the year for Jarrett Stidham.
Well, I actually actually think Jarrett Stidham could have given the ball for a touchdown. Watch Kerryon Johnson. Gets it. That could have been a touchdown because it was well blocked. And then Stidham himself gets in there actually with a good block at the end from Slayton.
From getting pressure and down he goes and the ball is out. Georgia's going to cover it. Kendall Baker got on top of it. That could have been a disaster right there.
And Georgia couldn't keep any more guys in. They kept everybody in on this play. They must have had 5 offensive linemen. The tight end stays in, and the fullback stays in, and still get a block that time from the backside. And man, Dontavius Russell, it took him forever, but obviously Georgia didn't have enough guys out there to make anybody look open.
Georgia doesn't have to pick up all of this on this play. On 2nd and 21. Swift will try to get some of it back, but he only got about 3 or 4. Georgia hasn't had a big play from a wide receiver since the opening drive of the ball game. They still don't. Incomplete, intended for Wims. He's looking for a flag from Jamel Dean, doesn't get one.
How about Auburn, though? If we're going to beat this great Georgia team, we cannot let up or back up.
Nizelek to punt, and there's a flag. Georgia was moving, I think, before the snap.
They were.
False start. Offense number 3. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
I was going to say it was Roquan Smith, but there might be 3 number 3s in college football, right?
It is him.
Is it? Okay, we got it right there.
One of the great things we love about college football.
Exactly.
Triple numbers.
You can be in it 30 years and still be afraid to call it a name, right?
Here's Nizelek's punt. Everybody coming down, and here's a big punt return for Auburn. Ryan Davis. And now we got a fight going on, or a celebration of some sort. We got a flag down, I think, in the backfield. See who this is going against.
I thought it was Sony Michel that time that got in the middle of this thing. You see this Auburn team, we've got drawn away on the punt return.
Following the play, dead ball, personal foul, number 1 of Georgia. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Georgia's going to look back at this game and say, how many times did we do something stupid and a flag flying?
It was Sony Michel, and it happened way down away from the play.
A good punt return, 15 more in Auburn's favor, and they lead 23-7. Auburn got a 26-yard punt return. It'll take you back to the penalty, though, at the end, which was 15 more.
Yeah, it happened right here. Sony Michel gets hung up with the Auburn defender and throws him down on the ground right there. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Field again, Gary, 34-yard line.
Yeah, and again, just to kind of, this Georgia team just seems to be too hyper in this football game. They just are trying a little too hard, doing a little too much, and it's catching up with them.
They gave Johnson 2, so it's 2nd down and 8.
Here comes that blitz off the wide side of the field.
They brought both guys last time.
And they're coming again.
Stidham's going to throw right into that, and that's a good spot. Davis broke a tackle inside the 20. Davis, touchdown Auburn. What a beautiful call for where the pressure was coming from, and Ryan Davis did the rest. 32-yard touchdown.
One thing you know, if you and I knows where the blitz is coming, Chip Lindsey and Gus Malzahn and Jarrett Stidham know where the blitz is coming, and they didn't roll into it this time. They threw behind it. Incredible.
It is.
Incredible. What an opportunity they have. We were here in 2013 when they had those 2 miracles. But playing this well against Georgia, hard to believe.
From on a bootleg, throws complete. One of the few completions since way back early in the ball game, Terry Godwin, but it's not a first down.
And the reason Georgia has to throw like that, rolling out, just take a look at last week's game against South Carolina. They threw the ball 22 times. but 12 of them were RPOs. The offensive line were run blocking. They only pass blocked 10 times in last week's game against South Carolina. They're going to have to do that in this half.
Third down at 4. Here comes the blitz from deep on the sidelines. Got a man open. It's Wims. He's got a first down, still on his feet, down near the 31-yard line. In Auburn territory at the 31-yard line. DeAndre Swift in there in the backfield for Georgia now. They fake it to Hardman, who wants to go back to him, and he's going to throw it away. And he took a hit after throwing that pass out of bounds, checking with Allen. Stop there. Georgia, 279, 8th in the country, and today they've got 20 yards on the ground. This one won't be on the ground either. 3rd and 9. Big rollout. Holland chasing from, and it's incomplete. Gary, do they go for it here?
I don't know. From that far, 3rd and long, I think I go field goal, to tell you the truth, and try to get it there. I just don't think they can make it from that far. Darrell Williams, number 49, put the pressure on the edge rush that time, and Jake just couldn't get enough on this pass. I just try to put 3 points on the board.
Well, the last time they found the same spot at the end of the second quarter, he missed it from 42. It's going to be another 42.
Yeah, Georgia's done a little bit of everything. Mistakes on special teams and a missed field goal on special teams.
Beg your pardon, this is 47. Blankenship's kick on the way, and this one is good.
They blew the whistle early here, it looked like. Nope, it's all good.
So Georgia gets something out of that and inches a little bit closer. I can tell you there's none of that going on the Georgia sideline right now. The Tigers have the Dogs right where they want them as we enter the fourth quarter. 30-10, Auburn in front. They go with that short huddle again on a 3rd down and the length of the football to start the fourth quarter.
And Carry-On is rested.
And here he comes again, easily for the first down. Got about 5.
That 1-yard huddle. They usually like to go wide on these situations with the quick toss.
Davis is the guy that's going to be coming back in motion the other way. Here comes the end around to Stove. Stove's got the corner, and he's got great speed. Down inside the Georgia 40. Everybody getting in the act for the Tigers at the 12-yard line. It's 3rd down, and we have it listed as 1, but it's a really long one. It's closer to 2. Hastings and Davis sprint out of that huddle to the left. And Davis goes back the other way. They drop the ball. Who's got it? Georgia says they do.
Wow.
I think Kerryon Johnson got back on it.
Auburn's got to go field goal. They don't have any choice.
That might be Kerryon's best carry of the day right there.
Best play. Remember, even if it's a field goal, the other part of it, they ate up over 6 minutes of time.
So now we'll try from 37. And he still got it. Tack on 3 more for the SEC's all-time leading scorer. Credit, too, he fought off the block of Nick Chubb, and that's why they had to go so wide and didn't get anything. They got a yard, but that's it. 3rd and 9. From pressure coming. Hit as he throws, incomplete. And now it's a feeding frenzy right now for the Tiger defense.
Malzahn said there's nothing like experience. He admitted his first game was jittery. He went through the Clemson game. He learned a lot, and now he's starting to have that calm in the pocket, and he's able to react instead of think. And you can see it in the sidelines and the way the teammates trust him. Definitely stud him this time around.
No doubt. Kerryon Johnson, another first down run. Big collision with J.R. Reed at the end of it. But he's up around 160 or so now.
You know, we could see him. He's the only running back to really touch the ball.
And now it's Stidham on the keeper. Trying to get around the Georgia linebacker. Took a pretty good hit from David Bellamy.
That is something that Auburn cannot afford to do. They need Stidham for Alabama and Georgia again. And watch the hit he's going to take here by 3 Georgia defenders.
I think he wanted to get down.
Yeah. Yes. That was an unnecessary hit because Auburn cannot win without Jarrett Stidham.
They got a 3rd down and 3 here at the 45.
Boy, that stung him. He is not still 100% from that hit.
Gonna roll out. Throwback this way to who else? Kerryon Johnson with a convoy in front. Johnson down the sideline. Inside the 20. He's gonna score. The pedal just got pushed to the floor, and the hammer just came down on number 1 Georgia. A 55-yard pass play.
Well, they had 3 great players in front of them, Brandon Smith, Casey Dunham, and Prince Tewanogo. And they cleared the way, and as Brad made the call, you knew he was going to stretch it out and get that touchdown. What a throttling of the number 1 team in the country by Auburn.
Carlson's extra point is good. The stunned looks on the Georgia sideline, the jubilation on the other sideline tells the story. Jake Fromm throws complete. Terry Godwin trying to reverse field, get what he can before he's run out of bounds in front of the Georgia bench. 2nd down and 6. Fromm throws far side and got a good throw and catch this one to Hardman. But right now Auburn trying to keep everything in front of them defensively.
Never have been at this Auburn team. I thought they might be effective stopping the run, but not like this.
Wins short of the first down.
A team that's averaging 280 yards rushing a game is under 50.
Number 1 in the conference and 8th in the nation. Here's another 4th down. Holyfield looks like he might have gotten it. Trey Williams said he didn't.
If the yellow line is correct, I don't think he did.
Maybe not. And they got another one by the nose of the football. Now the Auburn defense is thinking, we are not going to give up a touchdown. We gave up one on the opening drive. We're not going to give up another one. Fromm, but they did. Touchdown, Georgia. Riley Ridley.
You set that up really well, though, I have to say. If I was watching at home, I would have stayed to see what happened. Let's put it that way. Good route by Ridley. Pressured the defense to the outside. Jamel Dean had outside leverage, no help inside, and the Georgia and especially Jake Fromm got some experience throwing the ball.
Yeah.
From the pocket, something he hasn't had a lot of this year. Computer either, and I can do that.
I know, I like the way you did that, though. Down to a minute 35. Cam Martin finally in there. Willis going to throw. Oh man.
Goodness.
You talk about a memory that Kirby Smart won't forget here.
I mean, I know the backups are in. All of them are in. Marquise McClain, number 17, is in. And this is just part of the play call. But, I think Gus looked across the way and said, you were giving your freshman quarterback some seasoning. I got to give my freshman quarterback some seasoning, too. Met at the Waffle House.
Exactly.
I got to get there. I don't think he was supposed to. I think Gus is going to go where I didn't call that. I didn't call it.
Shifted. And they run it up the middle. And that will end the game. The 121st edition of the Deep South's oldest rivalry. And it was all Auburn today. And there's the handshake. What a big win for Auburn as they go to 8-2. And Georgia falls from the ranks of the unbeaten. Great balance on both sides today for Auburn. Running the ball with Kerryon Johnson. And the head coach gets a hug from Christie. 40-17 is the final. We're going to see you next week between the hedges as the Dogs try to put it back together. Auburn's still rolling. Who knows? If they can beat Alabama, they'll see Georgia again in Atlanta. That's going to wrap it up. For Gary and Allie, Brad Nessler saying so long from Auburn. College football postgame show powered by Ram is up right after these messages. So long from the Plains.